Hello Internet! Today I'm going to be teaching the basic terminology of angles. Now there are three main types of angles. Number one, they're right angles. Number two, they're acute angles. And number three, they're obtuse angles. Now right angles look something like this. And this symbol is used to identify right angles. If you see this symbol, then know that that angle is exactly 90 degrees. Now you may be wondering, how do we know what a right angle is? Why are they called right angles? A line which is perpendicular to another line is used to make right angles. And therefore we are able to identify which angles are right angles. So all four of these will have exactly 90 degrees. To view this better, we can think of this line as the ground and this line as a stick which is exactly upright and going into the ground. This will form 90-degree angles. Now let's take a look at acute angles. Acute angles look something like this. Now as you can see, it would take very little for this line to move and join this line, unlike a right angle where it takes significantly more than an acute angles. So this is an angle which is less than 90 degrees. Its mouth is a lot narrower than a right angle. Now I'm sure you can guess what an obtuse angle is. An obtuse angle is an angle which is the opposite of an acute. It is greater than 90 degrees. So it takes more than a right angle or an acute angle for this line to go and join this line. Oops, what happened to that arrow? Let me draw that a bit more neatly. Like that. Now let's take a few simple examples and try to identify what type of angle it is. This is the first one. This is another. Hint, hint. And lastly, let's take this one. You know what? Let's throw in a cool, tricky question in there as well. What do you think a straight line would be? Right, acute, or obtuse? Now take a minute, pause this video, and try to identify which angles are right, which angles are acute, which angles are obtuse. Done? Alright, so this is clearly an obtuse angle. It takes a lot for this line to be able to reach this line. The mouth of this angle is open, like a lot wider. Therefore it's obtuse. It is greater than 90 degrees. Now from this symbol, we are able to tell that this angle is exactly 90 degrees. This one, clearly, as we can compare these two, is an acute angle, which means it is less than 90 degrees. It takes very little for this line to go and join the other line. Now for our trick question. A straight line is not like a right angle. The mouth is open extremely wide. So something like this is an obtuse angle, right? Now if you take a straight line, that is simply an obtuse angle with its mouth open extremely wide. It is 180 and 80 degrees, which means that straight line is an obtuse angle. Thank you for your time.